Hello and welcome. This is Borno Restoration, where we bring you updates of development across Borno State. From security to health, human capacity building, youth empowerment, infrastructural development, and women empowerment, all sectors have experienced the touch of the Zulum administration. Before we bring you updates on these sectors, let's bring you the latest on Borno today. For many onion farmers, this support could determine whether they return to their farms or abandon the season entirely. In a coordinated exercise across Borno, Yobe, Sokoto and Kebbi states, the National Agricultural Development Fund distributed emergency agricultural inputs to 2,000 vulnerable onion farmers under the federal government Renewed Hope agenda. The input distribution marks the first phase of a comprehensive onion intervention program aimed at stabilizing supply, boosting incomes, and safeguarding Nigeria's food ecosystem.
NADF, in collaboration with state government, Lockman, and other stakeholders, has designed a targeted emergency intervention aimed at restoring production capacity, strengthening resilience, and ensuring that our farmers can return to fields without delay. This initiative is fully aligned with the Renewed Hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration, whose commitment to strengthening the national agricultural ecosystem has empowered and facilitated crucial interventions like this one.
Declaring the exercise open, Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum described the intervention as timely and impactful. The governor cautioned beneficiaries against selling the inputs, urging them to use the materials strictly for farming purposes.
This NADF intervention goes beyond Borno State. It is about restoring and stabilizing food supply, protecting livelihoods, and strengthening national food security. Indeed, such synergy, when well harnessed, will enable us to jointly address critical gaps along the agricultural value chain, particularly in smallholder farming and financing.
Each beneficiary received 450 kg bags of NPK fertilizer, bags of red and white onion seeds, alongside insecticides and herbicides aimed at fast-tracking recovery and boosting productivity. As farmers prepare to return to their fields, NADF says the goal remains clear: support recovery, strengthen food security, and build resilience against future shocks. For these elderly men and women, many of whom have lived through years of hardship, conflict and economic strain, help has come at a time it is most needed. Under the Renewed Hope initiative, 250 elderly persons in Borno received essential food items alongside cash support, a gesture aimed at easing daily burdens and improving their overall well-being.
Your Excellency, your compassion, commitment, and constant advocacy for the welfare of women, children, and elderly, and other vulnerable groups remain a shining example of purposeful leadership and service to humanity.
The program, driven by Nigeria's First Lady, targets not only elderly men and women, but also police officers and veterans, recognizing their sacrifices and reinforcing the importance of social protection for vulnerable groups. At the event, the wife of the Borno State Governor, who represented the First Lady, said the initiative reflects the federal government's commitment to inclusive welfare, ensuring that senior citizens are not forgotten in the nation's development journey.
This social investment program embodies our ongoing effort to ensure that our elderly citizens live with dignity and joy in a nation that genuinely cares for its own. Since the inception of this administration in 2023, the Renewed Hope initiative has made it a tradition to celebrate our senior citizens every December.
From warm embraces to spontaneous prayers, the smiles on the faces of the beneficiaries told a deeper story, one of relief, appreciation, and renewed hope for a better tomorrow. This intervention may appear modest, But for these elderly people, it means food on the table, dignity restored, and the assurances that they are seen and valued. As the Renewed Hope initiative continues to roll out across states, many believe it is redefining social investment, placing humanity, empathy, and inclusion off the center stage of governance. Borno State, the epicenter of the 13-year Boko Haram insurgency, is now enjoying relative peace. This is as a result of efforts put in place by Professor Babagana Zulum by supporting the security operatives with operational vehicles and other logistics. Today on the program, we will talk to residents of Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, to appraise the security situation under the Zulum-led administration. This is the security situation in Borno 13 years ago. Boko Haram terrorists held sway of most parts of the state. Government facilities burned to ashes, villages sacked and ripped of all resources. But the Nigerian military and other security operatives stood their ground to deal decisively with the insurgents. This is Maiduguri today. People going about their normal businesses, and the state is enjoying relative peace. As peace returns, the Zulum-led administration has prioritized security, where several measures have been put in place to support security operations.
Security situations in Borno State about 10 years back, at least we have faced a lot of challenges. When the Boko Haram insurgency has started wreaking havoc on various communities across Borno State, there was never a day that you should wake up that you did not hear at least 2 to 3, up to 5 times bomb blasts, sporadic shootings, killings here and there, burning government places such as schools, houses, communities, so on and so forth. But we thank God when the present administrations of Governor Babagana Umar Zulum has come into system, the governor has worked tirelessly to ensure that security situation is drastically improved in the state. The first step the governor took, particularly towards restoring security situation in the capital city of Maiduguri, is by engaging the civilian JTFs and members of vigilante groups across various wards, nooks and crannies, and supported them with patrol vehicles and so with some walkie-talkie facilities and also some of their gadgets that will assist them in carrying out their operations. But thank God, with this initiative, in partnering with members of the CJTF, the military and other paramilitary organizations and all the security outfits in Maiduguri, they have put their head together to ensure that people went to their bed with their 2 eyes closed. But Alhamdulillah, you can now see the IDPs has since started returning to their communities, and with one candid effort that governor put in place was the introduction of these agro rangers, which saw the return of farmers to their farms. But before, nobody was able to even access their farms. Hunger, starvation, poverty scattered all over.
Before you travel to Bama in 2013, you must to follow a convoy of security with high armory. But today, people are traveling free from here to Bama, Goza, from here to Gamborungala, Damasak, Baga, and other things. So at least before now you go to Yamaturu, you must to spend about 5 hours before you reach Damaturu. But now within a blink of an eye, you can go. That shows that there is a great improvement in the security situation. But even within the Maiduguri township, before you can see a lot of roadblocks. You can see military base in different wards of the state. But today you find nothing. So at least that will even show you when you go to Monday market, nobody will check you. You even in the night you pray, you move freely. But before, when they say 6 o'clock there is curfew, you cannot move. At times 2 o'clock in the afternoon they say there is curfew because of the insecurity. But today, at least we thank God, Alhamdulillah, everybody is moving freely and the security has greatly improved.
Governor Zulum has wonderfully done well, considering his tireless efforts to see that the security situation in Borno has improved, starting with his sleepless nights, going to this local government, proceeding to that local government. So also taking risks to be on road. He's trying his utmost best to see that we regain peace in our state.
Well, 13 years ago, at the inception of the Boko Haram insurgency, Maiduguri was completely lawless. The insurgents were domiciled within Maiduguri, carrying out heinous violent acts, killing people all over the place. At the same time, they were expanding their presence in the local government areas. But with the rise of the civilian JTF and with troop surge by the Nigerian Armed Forces, the government was able to push out the Boko Haram into the bush. That's how they went to Sambisa Forest. And ever since they have been there, carrying out activities from a distance. So compared to today, 13 years ago, Maiduguri was, and Borno State too, was in a total state of chaos. So much so that government had to declare a state of emergency under former President Goodluck Jonathan. I'm happy to report that today we are doing better. All the displaced communities, 60-70% have been returned back to their ancestral homes and counting. So Borno is doing very well under Governor Zulum. We work as a team, and the vision, security vision of Borno State vests with His Excellency the Executive Governor. He has a team. We have 18 ministries. Each ministry has a mandate that has connection with security. Security is every man's business. It's every ministry's business. In fact, even civil society and the communities are involved. But the ministry is providing direction under the leadership of His Excellency. So I'm happy to report that each of our 18 ministries are carrying out intensive capital projects, rebuilding schools, rebuilding markets, rebuilding, roads, waterworks, and so on. Each ministry is busy doing construction, as I expected. Most of our ministries are actually capital ministries in the sense that we carry out capital projects. Even where in peacetime ministry should be doing peace service-based activities, each ministry is building something. So even the Ministry of Information and Internal Security is busy, rehabilitating barracks and so on and so forth. The Ministry of Works is also busy rebuilding roads, rebuilding, critical infrastructure, and so on and so forth. So I'm happy to report that the Ministry of Information and Internal Security reports His Excellency, and the ministry works very closely with sister ministries under the distinguished leadership of His Excellency Governor Zulum in order to recover Borno. We have a Borno recovery plan, and we also have Borno 25-year development plan. Now, the 25-year development plan has responsibilities. It has several pillars. Under each pillar, there are responsibilities for specific ministries, departments, and agencies. So that is how it works. There is no any ministry that has exclusive preserve over matters of security. The nexus between development, peace, and security has already been established in theory and in practice. If you look at Nordic countries, that nexus is very clearly manifested in the process of governance. So in Borno State too, and indeed Nigeria, we need to get security right. We need to get it right. People should sleep with both eyes closed. People should be free to move about. Farmers should be free to go to farm and do their farm and come back. Without security, schools cannot function. Without security, markets cannot function. There will be what Barry Buzan called total state of fear. With fear, nothing will happen, and that is exactly the objective of the enemy, the insurgents. So we need to recapture security, and that is exactly what the Borno State government and the federal government are doing. Governor Zulum has been in this business for a long time. He was a commissioner for RRR, and he has traveled throughout the state, rebuilding critical infrastructure under former governor, His Excellency Kashim Shettima. So he realized the core role of security in governance. Even in peacetime, security is very important. Borno is the front line of the counter-insurgency operation. Without restoring security, then governance will not happen. So he realized that it is important to support our security agencies. Of course, we are a subnational entity. Borno State is a state, just like any of the 36 states. We realized that it is important to support our security agencies as a subnational entity. Security is exclusive in the exclusive list, but security is everybody's business. That is the reason why, if you see consistently, His Excellency Governor Zulum has provided logistic support to our military forces. Now the support, let me state this, the support is not only vehicles, even though on the day of the launching it was vehicles. We also provide sundry supports. We provide cameras with night vision capability. We provide long range cameras that can look at 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers. We also provide fuel for vehicles, lubrication, and so many more. If we don't provide this backbone, the road to recovery will be long. So we are shortening the road to Borno recovery by arming our security agencies, police and other paramilitaries to the teeth, so that they will confront the enemy. Nigeria is too strong. Nigeria is too resourced for some ragtags, from some few elements to come and disturb our public peace. That is the reason why, without even mincing word, without blinking an eye, Governor Zulum is invested heavily by providing logistic support to the security agencies. Maiduguri is very peaceful. People are going about their normal business. In the past, the curfew starts at 6 o'clock, but now the curfew starts at 11. In Ramadan, we even relaxed it. The Borno Security Council decided to relax movement during Ramadan. But by relaxing movement, we are now tasking the security agencies to do work. 360, Maiduguri is surrounded by security agencies, night and daytime. But the second scenario is in the rural areas. In the rural areas, the security is not as compact as in Maiduguri, Bama, and Biu. This is because we are in the business of returning people back to their ancestral homes. So some villages and towns in our rural areas, a lot of them are safe now, just like Maiduguri, but we still have a number of villages and towns that are yet to be resettled. So that is these are the places where it is not safe for people to move. We are still having a situation where our troops are having combat with the enemy, and very soon, before the end of the tenure of His Excellency, inshallah, it is our expectation that all villages and towns in Borno will be resettled. My message to the people goes like this: have faith in His Excellency Professor Babagana Umara Zulum. He was brought by God. The circumstance under which he became governor was very, very clear, but it was, we could clearly see that it was the will of God that he was going to be the governor. And since he became governor, he has done his best in order to bring succor back to the people. It is not yet over. Governance is work in progress. Borno is work in progress. We are in recovery mode. We have some way to go. People should follow due process in expressing their anger, but people should pray for His Excellency and our political leaders. Do not castigate your leaders, irrationally. there are established process for your airing your views, consistent with the provisions of the Constitution. But by and large, people should have faith in this government. It's doing well. It has done well and it's doing well. And it is our hope that in near future, people's expectations will be met fully.
And that's our package on this episode of Borno Restoration. Many thanks for watching. I'm Jesse Tofida. See you next time. Bye-bye.